You know, it's really sweet. It's really beautiful. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Summer Solstice Ritual. I feel like I need to back up so you can see my beautiful headpiece that Jamie Dwyer made for me today. She manages all of our retail operations here at Sage Goddess in Los Angeles, and she's a milliner. She's a professional milliner. So she made this beautiful headpiece for me, and I just want to thank her publicly online and give her all the credit. I believe Jamie has an Etsy shop. I think she does. I don't know what the name of it is. I should know what the name of it is. I don't remember. I've seen it, but I don't know the name. But we can find it for you and share it with you because honestly, you need a little bit of her millinery magic in your life. It's absolutely extraordinary. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. This is Summer Solstice Ritual, and we have quite a few people in the room who are new, who have not done Summer Solstice Ritual before. And we're doing kind of a non-traditional Summer Solstice Ritual because I don't really want to create a bonfire in the room. It gets weird. I know, it gets weird though, a little bit. I would be happy to do it, but we're next to a fire department, and I just think maybe they would frown upon it. Would they be surprised that I did it? I don't think they would be, actually. Job security. We need to keep them busy once in a while. In any case, so excited to see you here. So tonight we are working with Fairy Queen, with Titania. We have any Shakespeare fans out there. That name will be familiar to you. She is the Fairy Queen. And so we're working with all of the elemental spirits tonight. We're going to be doing some healing work, and we're going to be thinking about healing for ourselves, healing for our community, and healing for our planet tonight. So we're doing a 3-level healing ritual. If you made your magical wands, guess what I'm giving away tonight? Ooh. I know. If you haven't come to ritual in a while, you may have picked the perfect night to come. Aren't they beautiful? Team SG made these. I will take no credit for them, but they did an absolutely stunning, I think, job of taking me. These are the same tools that were sent to you, but they started. Look at this one. You see that black tourmaline on the end? They made a claw. And do you know what they made this out of? It's really interesting. You want to guess? It'll just blow your mind a little bit. It'll inspire you to go home and get crafting. That's hot glue. Oh. Girls, gentlemen, get your guns. I'm not kidding. Did you know you could do that with hot glue? And then you just paint it, gold acrylic paint over it. You can even spray paint it, but they dabbed it on. Isn't that incredible? I'm telling you, you're never going to look at your glue gun the same way. I imagine thousands of people tonight running to Michael's in droves on solstice night. Anyway, they're really, really beautiful. Look at this one. They did the hot glue on this one, and they painted it this teal turquoise color. Isn't that cool? Can you guys see it? I don't know. I was inspired by it. I just thought that was really, really cool. And the other thing is, too, those stones aren't going anywhere. So you have a lot of security on top of all the beauty, too. It's true. Nicolette says you can do anything with a little glue gun. You can attach things to anything. My kids one time attached something to our cat with a glue gun. If you're a cat and you're in a family with small children, that's a bad life choice. You know what I mean? That's some weird karma that you. My kids used to carry one of our cats around by the tail. Oh. I only saw it once, and that never happened again, as far as I know. But I'm not there all the time, so I always thought, "Gosh, I hope your tail's okay." Okay, so we are going to be using our. I need my notebook. I think I may have left my notebook on my desk. I don't have to have it, but I have my notes to things that I want to talk about with you. So what you need to do tonight is set an intention for your prayers, whatever your prayers are going to be. And your prayers tonight can be and by prayers, I just mean how you're going to activate your intention. So I think about prayer. I imagine prayer as the act of setting my intention on the winds and sending it to source for source to manifest it on my behalf in alignment with my highest good. That's the way I think of prayer. But some people have religious connotations and aren't comfortable with the word. So you can think about thought if prayer doesn't feel good to you, or you can think about energy or frequency. But I want you to think about how you are going to use your prayer or intention space tonight for self, for community, and for planet. Summer solstice is all about the balance of light and dark. I just launched my new class, my new shadow class. If you guys are doing any kind of spiritual or soul work or want to learn more about yourself, that's a brand new class that just launched today. It's happening from now until the winter solstice. And that class is all about the balance of light and shadow. It's about all of the easy to love parts of you and all the hard to love parts of you and how to integrate those together. Well, tonight it's all about how to integrate sun and moon, right? How to integrate day and night, how to integrate all the parts of who you are to make one whole, well unified self. And for our planet tonight, I really would like to hold a broader intention that we will help our planet find a way to integrate its parts too, and to recognize that we are all valuable. We are all important. We were all placed here on this planet for a divine purpose. Every single person, no matter what you think of any person on this planet, they were placed here by their creator with a purpose, and they have a right to their own sovereign being. They have a right to be on this planet and to be treated with kindness, compassion, and love. And so tonight, I really want you to think about what that intention will be for you. In fact, I'm going to give you 30 seconds right here. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to articulate your intention. You can speak it out loud, even here in the room if you want to say it out loud. Words spoken out loud are more powerful. I'll tell you that right now. Spells have always been written or spoken out loud. They have not always been contained in the mind. So if you want to speak your intention out loud, I would invite you to do it. If you want to keep it to yourself, if you want to write it in your journal, that's all okay. But what is your intention tonight? Is it for health and wellness? Is it for happiness and joy? The intention you're setting tonight and sealing tonight is for the next 6 months until winter solstice, which will land us right on the doorstep of 2019. And so I want you to think about the first half of this year and what worked. What went really well for you from January 1st until today, till this morning. What worked? And I want you to give thanks for all that went the way you hoped it would this year. I want you to give thanks for the blessings that have come your way. I want you to give thanks for the people who have been in your life these first 6 months. I want you to give thanks potentially even for the challenges that you have faced, because they have been teachers, right? I want you to give thanks for any physical health that you have enjoyed in the last 6 months, any moments of happiness or laughter, any achievements that you have experienced in your life. And just give thanks, because anytime you want to manifest anything, you have to start from a place of gratitude. I always say, you don't put your hand out first. You always say thank you first before you say please. And now I want you to think about what didn't happen for you these first 6 months of 2018. What did you think that was going to happen that didn't come to pass? Or what did you start that you didn't finish? What were you hoping would arrive, but it didn't? What were you hoping would grow? I always think of this in the context of metaphor of plants, right? Sometimes I'm an avid gardener, but I'm not always the best gardener. And so, but I plant with intention. And I have had some of my plants not grow this year, just to use that as a metaphor. And they looked pretty good when I got them at the nursery, and all of a sudden I put them in my pot. It's just not going to happen for me. And so it's really important to acknowledge what didn't happen. Because sometimes those are blessings too. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes we really want these things, and the universe is almost like a parent. Like, okay, I'll kind of give it to you and see what you do with it. And then in hindsight, it would have been better if it didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? So what I've learned to tell the universes, or ask the universes, I request these things, I desire these things, I hope for these things, I wish for these things. These are something better, but only in alignment with my highest good may these things unfold. And what I found is a lot of times when it doesn't happen, it wasn't for my highest good. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard to acknowledge that sometimes because we think we know what's best. I will tell you something, that universe is protecting you all the time. Something in my life, this was a couple years ago, I really wanted something to happen. Sorry, there's something on my computer bugging me. I really wanted something to happen a couple of years ago. It had nothing to do with SG or work or anything. It was personal. And it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. And I was not real happy for a minute because I'm a double fire sign and I'm stubborn and I still think I know best. I look back now and I promise you, if that had happened, I'm so glad that didn't happen. I can see now the cascade of other things that would have happened if that had come to pass. It would have interrupted so much about my life that literally every morning when I wake up, I say, thank you. Thank you for not letting me drive. What a crappy driver I am sometimes. I mean, if I drove the car all the time, I would end myself up in some weird places. And so it's really that whole song, Jesus Take the Wheel. Sometimes, or however you think of that source energy, source take the wheel. Because sometimes when you drive, you go places that are weird and bad for you. So it's better to let source take the wheel. So tonight, what I would like to have you do is set that intention. And now I want you to close your eyes and give source, God, goddess, however you think of the one who will take these from you and manifest them on your behalf. I want you to give that energy permission to work toward your highest good, to protect you, to keep you safe, to bless you with prosperity, abundance, and health, to only lead you, guide you toward doors that will expand before you, to only allow plants and trees and fruits to grow that are going to blossom and nourish you, body, mind, and spirit. And to say, any wishes or dreams or intentions I'm setting that aren't going to lead me to that blessed, beautiful place, I give you permission, source, not to manifest those for me right now. I surrender the process, and I surrender the outcome. Amen. Oh, and so it is. You may have just done yourself the biggest favor, because it's really hard because we're human. We think we're working toward these things and it's supposed to be exactly the way we've imagined it. But man, you get what you want sometimes and you don't want what you get. It's a very interesting lesson. It took me in my 30s, I think, to realize that. Now in my 40s, I'm like, I don't know anything. And in my 50s, I probably will just not get out of bed. What was that?
What the hell? Why not?
What the hell? Why not? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot you can do from bed. That's what I'm learning. When I was a professor a long time ago, I used to have this fantasy of teaching in my pajamas from bed. And so I mentioned it to my students one day, and they're like, we would enjoy class more, actually. If you were in your PJs, just sitting in bed with like your cereal and coffee, we'd probably learn more than you sitting here lecturing to us in a hall. And I thought, that's an interesting concept. Okay. So we are at Litha. Litha is the pagan Celtic name for this high holiday, summer solstice. As we said earlier, it's all about balance. And so tonight there were 4, when you were choosing or setting your intentions with your wands, there were 4 intentions that you could choose that we would work with for you. Wellness, love, prosperity, and then we had one kit which was for an open intention. So those are the primary energy streams we're working with tonight. Wellness, which is physical health and well-being for you, vitality, passion, strength, being free from discomfort and pain. When it comes to love, we're calling in universal love for you, which can also include romantic love, partnership, deeper love relationships with your partner and your children. If you're a child, deeper love relationships with your parents and your siblings. So we're calling in universal love on every level for you tonight. Prosperity, this is the last real chance you have to call in a prosperous energy stream, because harvest energies are less about prosperity and more about closure. Prosperity is a growth season energy. That's why we try to do all of our prosperity work in May and June, because those are the primary months when we have access to all of that vital, strong growth energy. That energy is starting to wane now. August 1st will be the final waning of the growth season. And so any prosperity that you're trying to attract, close your eyes right now. I keep doing this with you because I really want you to crystallize this tonight before we go into the ritual space. And if you'd like to come in, by the way, from there, I'd welcome you to come on in, and we'll find a place for you. I want you to be comfortable. We've got standing room only here in the room tonight, which is really awesome because this is vacation time. I thought it was going to be completely empty in here. So I'm so thrilled and grateful to our local community who has showed up tonight for this beautiful ceremony. And Janet, we see you. Janet has experienced a loss. A lot of us have experienced losses this year too. And so it's also really about grieving those losses and doing that work now so that you don't carry so much of that grief into the second half of the year. Does that make sense? Like, work through these emotions now so that you have a clean slate. You know, really, today is a clean slate for you. If you need a do-over or a redo or a reboot, this is your chance. And then we're holding space for an open intention tonight. I'd like you to think about what that is. Beyond health, beyond love, beyond prosperity. My open intention tonight is total quantum healing for our planet and a reunification of energies, an end to the divisiveness that is disrupting paradigms across our planet. I'm calling in huge waves of energy for unity and unification tonight. Healing, peace, prosperity, but mostly peace. Peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of soul and spirit, calling in all of that for all of us today. And yeah, Samantha says in the feed, can I just say all of the above? You sure can. You can do like, you know how D on tests is always like all of the above? D can be all of the above if you want it to be. Oh, it's beautiful. And if you're feeling tired right now, that's okay. Give yourself permission to just be. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm sitting here all very cleaned out, so I'm trying to uplift you a little bit. But if you're tired, be with being tired. Try not to ask yourself to be anything other than you are right now, but also be open to the fact that this ritual could rejuvenate you. Tonight could really lift you up and pick you up a little bit if you're open to that. That's my hope for you anyway. Kombucha time. Okay. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to use our prayer sticks to anchor energy. We are going to use, these are all single terminated, right? So they have a base and they have a single terminated means there's only one point. If there was a point here, it'd be double terminated. Does that make sense? So this is single terminated. Single terminated wands allow you to send and receive energy. But energy isn't flowing in both directions. You need points on both ends for energy to flow in both directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to anchor energy into the earth with the bottom of the wand and send it to source with the top of the wand. And we're going to create a fountain of energy tonight. Okay? And we're just going to let it flow. So we're opening a portal tonight. I hope you're excited about that. So I want you to visualize when we do this exercise. I'm telling you this now so you can prepare. I want you to visualize your prayers tonight being written in the stars. I was in Hawaii last week, and all you can see is stars at night. We went down to the beach every night. My daughter was really sweet. Makes me cry to think about it. She used my app. She was obsessed with my app, my star map app, to look at all the constellations. It was so sweet to hear her say, look, there's Saturn. Look, there's Jupiter. Look, I found Pisces constellation. So anyway, I imagined, I laid there on the beach and looked at those stars, and I imagined my prayers being written in the stars. And then I want you to imagine your prayers being written in the flowers on the trees. Imagine your prayers being written in flowers. When you visualize your prayers in different ways, it opens up new channels and new pathways for you to be able to visualize. Visualize your prayers in the stars. Visualize your prayers in the flowers. Visualize your prayers as leaves on long branches of open trees. One of my favorite visualizations for my prayers. Go out, we're here right next to the beach here in Los Angeles. If you have water near you, go out and visualize your prayers as every wave on the ocean. Every one of your prayers is all coming to you. If you live your life that way, as if everything you seek is already on its way to you, and you're just excited to see it get here, that's a different way of living than, I don't know if it's going to happen, I don't believe it's going to happen, it's never going to happen for me. That's a very different way of living, to say, it's all coming. I can see it. Every one of those waves on that big ocean is bringing my dreams and my visions and my desires to me in perfect time. Might not be today, but they're all coming. And then I want you to visualize your prayers being formed as seeds inside of all of the fruit on the planet. Can you imagine? Every seed of every fruit, all that potential. Seeds are untapped potential. Right? It's the potential of that fruit to become. And there are many other metaphors and different ways of visualizing, but those are just some of my favorites. So we're going to do that work together tonight. I'm so excited. So we have our titania candle. We have our beautiful titania perfume, which I will pass around if you would like to. If you don't have it, you'd like to try it. It's jasmine, tuberose, and gardenia. And I hope you loved it. It reminds me of my grandmother. Those were her favorite flowers. Let me pass it that way. And let me anoint just a little bit at the third eye for what I know, a little bit at my wrist for what I do, and a little bit at my ankles for where I go. And then we're going to be working with our crystals tonight. We have orchid calcite, which is all about creativity. I love orchid calcite. Orchid calcite is actually also a crystal that we use for physical intimate function. Is that a nice way of saying it without saying it? It helps to facilitate the function. Okay. You may not need that tonight, but just FYI, it's good to just kind of have it around. Titanium quartz, which titanium, when it's bonded to quartz, it's permanent. This doesn't wash off. And it actually adds all of the properties of titanium, which is strength, endurance, tenacity, force of will, to quartz, which magnifies all of those energies, which is why we wanted you to use it on the tip of your wand. That was our intention, is it would be one of your terminations. And then natural raw carnelian. This is the magic. Carnelian is caffeine. It's stone caffeine. Okay? And I gave you rough carnelian because it's 10 times more powerful than tumbled. This is straight from Gaia to your hands, right? Nobody's polished this. Nobody's done anything with it. And so when you feel low in energy or discouraged, or if you have depression, carnelian is really good for kicking it into gear for you, especially if you need kind of an external source of support. That's beautiful. So if you've got it on your wand, you're good. And those are all of our tools. Do you have any questions before we start the party? No? Okay. So I'm going to smudge a little bit. I've got a friend in the room who doesn't like smoke, so I'm going to maybe not smudge as much as I usually do. I have to do it though. You have to smudge, especially on high holidays. There's a lot of energy. People all over the world are celebrating with us, you guys. There are millions of people celebrating summer solstice, and we're among the last of them, right? We are among the last. As the sun sets here, we're moving out of solstice, and so it's really beautiful that we were able to drum down the sun together tonight. Okay, and then I'm going to, I got a new singing bowl. So I'm going to open the space with sound. And just close your eyes. Let the sound of the bowl bring your energy into present time. All right. So roll your shoulders back. I'm going to open our circle and just close your eyes. I usually read a directional invocation, but I've been really getting into just kind of riffing on it and letting spirit sort of speak through me. So I'm going to do kind of an ad hoc calling of the directions tonight. Just roll your shoulders back, relax, soften. Straighten your spine. You can put your hands on your knees with your palms up, which brings you into a receptive position. And so tonight, we invite the guardians of the four directions to be present with us in our sacred ritual for summer solstice. We're so grateful to be gathered together. We're grateful for our guardian spirits, angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors in the light who are supporting us, surrounding us this evening as we gather. We also seek to connect across space and time with all of our brothers and sisters around the world who are also sharing this incredibly sacred holiday with us in whatever way you celebrate and wherever you celebrate, we are with you in spirit. So grateful for that connection. And so guardians of the East, we welcome you into our circle this evening. We invite you here. We invite you to bring the breath of life and new beginnings for us as we enter the second half of 2018, an 11-year full of manifestation energy. There's so much possibility that abounds. And so guardians of the East, wipe the slate of the first half of this year clean for us tonight so that we can embrace this next cycle, this next half of the year with an open heart and an open mind. Help us, guardians of the East, to see that we're free tonight of any trauma, any heartache, any pain that came to us in the first half of the year. We can release all of that tonight. Send it up to the sky, send it on the wings of the birds, send it on the smoke of the sage, using element of air to work with that element to blow through and clear out anything that isn't serving us, so that we don't bring it into the next half of the year. And we are grateful for your presence. Guardians of the Southern Gateway, element of fire. Here we can surrender the first half of 2018 to the flames tonight. Anything that needs to not come forward with you, let's surrender it to those flames, those beautiful solstice flames. This is a fire holiday traditionally, and so there would have been a fire burning, and some things would have been surrendered to that fire that could not come forward. Sometimes with solstice celebrations, what they'll do is they'll bring the flowers and the plants that are dying already, that didn't make it through the growth season, and they'll burn them in the solstice fires as an offering so that the rest of their crops will grow strong and healthy. And if you do that, by the way, it's a really beautiful practice. If you decide to burn any crops or plants that have died, I have friends who save like dead leaves. They'll burn them at the solstice in a fire. You could do this tonight if you have them, and then take the ash and sprinkle it around all of your healthy plants. It's a really beautiful ritual offering, and the ash is very good for the soil of your other plants. It has all kinds of nutrients that will nourish that soil, and your older plants that didn't make it will be the ones who help to ensure that your newer plants thrive and survive. So Guardians of the South, we welcome you to the circle tonight. We ask you for courage. We're going to have to be strong and courageous and forceful as we move forward to pursue our goals and dreams in the second half of 2018, and we ask for your support. We're so grateful for your presence. And Guardians of the Western Gateway, this is the intuition gateway, our deeper inner knowing. Help us to connect tonight more powerfully with our spirit guides, to hear their voices. Help to take our prayers and our intentions tonight. Each of us has set a sacred intention for self, for community, and for our planet. Guardians of the West, please take these intentions, these wishes, these dreams, these prayers, and let them just ride on your beautiful waves. Help to spread them to the four corners of the planet. Help to manifest them in perfect time and alignment with our higher purpose. We're thankful for your presence. Guardians of the Northern Gateway, we ask for protection. We ask for stability, comfort, wisdom. We're so grateful for what we know, what we've gained, what we've learned from the ancestors. We're so grateful for the wisdom we've already gathered this year through our experiences, through our pursuits, through our explorations, through our conversations, through our relationships. So much wisdom has already been received and integrated. We thank you, Guardians of the Northern Gateway, for helping us to integrate more of that wisdom tonight. Keep us safe, keep our families safe and well and whole and together as we pursue our dreams and as we enter the second half of 2018, Guardians of the North. We also ask that you stabilize, protect, and hold our entire planet in the palm of your hands. Ancestors of the light, please guide us. Please bring us the wisdom that we need to make good choices, bring us clarity of mind. And we're so grateful for your presence in the circle tonight. And with that, our beautiful circle is open. The room feels full. I think there are quite a few spirit guides here. I don't think we have to worry about a small crowd tonight. They're all surrounding us. I will tell you that the planets, I don't know if you feel it, the planet spirit guides are active right now. Have you felt planetary guides? Do you ever have that experience? The planet has its own guides, and they're very active. And if you haven't experienced them yet, I will tell you what's happening more and more is they're starting to communicate with more and more people. There's more synchronicity, there's more divine messages, there's more, people are connecting the dots, and there's more spontaneous manifestation happening. I think we're going to start seeing miracles truly on this planet, like spontaneous healing, spontaneous miracles, because when there's such a shadow across a planet like this, a lot of times there will be an equal burst of light. And I'm really excited to see how that light emerges, because if it's really going to be a counterbalance to the shadow that exists right now, it's going to have to be a pretty big darn light. But we are all part of anchoring that light too. So hold space for that. I really feel like miracles are coming. I feel like love is coming, universal love, unconditional universal love. I'm seeing people talk to each other who haven't talked to each other in years. Are you seeing that? Mm-hmm. Or all of a sudden, like, old transgressions are just forgotten. I think people are really seeing that the little stuff doesn't matter. Are you noticing that too? If you're not yet, just stay tuned. I'm usually a little ahead of the curve when it comes to a lot of these things. So sometimes I'll see things before other people do, but I think a lot of you are also seeing these things happening too. So we just got to shine a really bright light, and it will be magnified in all ways. I'll tell you, I'm really optimistic for our planet. And I'm optimistic because of you. That's why I'm optimistic. There are so many good, beautiful, I mean, we have 1 million people in our online community, and they're good people. You know, good, strong, powerful people. I'm really optimistic. So I hope you are too. And I hope you like try to let that optimism like just move through your veins tonight. See if you can really feel it in your body. What would it feel like for you? Sit up straight for a minute. Some of you are not. Sit up straight for a minute. What would it mean for you to actively cultivate optimism in your body right now? Like a childlike sense of enthusiasm. Like good things are coming, and I'm not sure when, and I don't know where they're coming from, but what would it feel like to, you know, this is law of attraction, right? Like, you know that once you get a somatic physical experience of excitement, that the universe starts sending what excites you to you, right? So once a day, I want you to sit up really straight and just get all excited for no reason. Don't do it in public. If you're sitting there in Starbucks like this, people are going to ask you to leave. We didn't come here and do it. Nothing's weird here at Sage Goddess, but I just wouldn't go to like Trader Joe's, you know what I mean, and have a spontaneous spiritual awakening in the face. Too late. But if you do, go live so I can watch it, because I would really like to. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Woo. Roll your shoulders back again one more time. It's really nice to feel optimistic because of people, not in spite of people, doesn't it? I'm optimistic because of people, because of what I see in the human spirit. Okay, so I'm going to light my candle. If you have a candle and would like to light it, you are welcome to do that. I love that. Jessica said she just had spontaneous joy in her community garden. That's a very appropriate place for your spontaneous joy. And I'm glad it happened for you just now. It's really good. Plus, can you imagine having joy in a garden? Your plants will feed off of that. If you want to work with your crystals, have them with you. There'll be a point in the meditation where I ask you to gather your crystals. Okay. And so I want you to imagine, close your eyes, roll your shoulders back. So many of the most beautiful summer solstice rituals happen in forests, believe it or not, with beautiful bonfires burning in the middle of them. So tonight I am taking you to the enchanted forest, because of course we're working with the fairy realm and Titania herself. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you are in the middle of the most beautiful forest. For me, it's always a redwood forest. I spent so much time in redwood forests of Northern California, so that's kind of my home forest. But whatever it is for you, wherever your soul rests, whatever tree-lined space resonates with you. It can be a forest. It could just be your own backyard. Some of you are so lucky to have big, beautiful trees in your backyard. I don't have that, so it could just be your home and where you are. But I want you to imagine yourself in the most beautiful tree-lined open space. And as you imagine yourself standing there, imagine yourself barefoot so you can really feel the earth. Solstice is all about connecting to all 4 of the active elements. So I want your feet to feel the earth. I want you to imagine being able to feel the breeze around you. Imagine it blowing through your hair. Feel it on your cheeks. And I want you to imagine that off in the distance, you can hear a river or a stream. That'll bring in the water elements. Imagine you can just faintly hear the trickle of water. It's so gentle. There's still peace and silence where you are, but you can hear the water spirits. There's just a little bit of flow. There used to be these little gentle streams in the redwoods, and you could just barely hear them if you were quiet enough. Sometimes the birds would overtake them, but you could almost hear the water flowing. And then in the middle of this clearing where you are, I want you to imagine that there is a beautiful bonfire burning. Someone has created the most beautiful fire ahead of you, gathered up branches and tree limbs. Maybe there are branches and tree limbs of flowers and trees that are not going to be able to make it through the season. And so these are being offered as a sacrifice, offered as a sacred commitment to what will flourish and what will grow. And as you gaze and turn your attention toward this beautiful fire, I want you to imagine watching the flames rise. And imagine those flames are rising 10 feet in the air, 15 feet in the air, 20 feet in the air. It's one of the biggest fires you've ever seen, and it's just burning so beautifully. And as you gaze into those beautiful flames, you can make out shapes and symbols. See if there's anything you can discern in that flame for yourself tonight. Spirit likes to communicate in symbols. Spirit is very metaphorical. Spirit is never very literal. So I want you to look into those flames and see if you see a symbol that might be meant for you. Maybe there's a triangle representing, the Trinity, or maybe there's a beautiful circle representing infinite hope and possibility for you, or the infinity symbol. Some people often see at solstice, will see that beautiful loop of the infinity symbol, or the Ouroboros, that never-ending circle of life. And if you're not seeing anything, ask your spirit guides to show you in the fire this evening what symbol, what metaphor you're supposed to take into the second half of 2018 to guide your way. And spirit guides, feel free to give us symbols, signs tonight. Show us, give us wisdom, power words that we should use, mantras that should be guiding our practice in the year ahead. You can speak to us in scent, you can speak to us in images, you can speak to us in words, you can speak to us in feelings. We're open and ready to receive your communication tonight. We're grateful for the wisdom that you will offer us. And so I want you to move closer to the fire in your visualization, and I'm going to have you walk around the fire 3 times. 3 times tonight. The first time you walk the fire, I want you to hold in your mind your intention for yourself for the second half of 2018. And I'm talking from right this minute until we gather again, until I see you again on December 21st, winter solstice. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, by the way, my loves, then tonight's winter solstice for you, and I will see you in 6 months to celebrate your summer solstice. So wherever you are in the world tonight, we're all celebrating the same thing. We're flip-flopped. And that's okay, it's the same magic. So I want you to walk the fire tonight the first time with your intention for yourself. What is it that you need? What are you calling in? I want you to imagine calling into yourself an energy stream for the next 6 months. Is it an energy of beauty? Is it an energy of health? What do you want to experience more of? Is it an energy stream of peace? Is it an energy stream of passion and love? Is it an energy stream of prosperity and abundance for yourself? This is just you. What do you seek right now? And use as many words as you can right now as you walk the ring. I want you to imagine, just if you were actually doing this walk, I want you to imagine what you would be saying out loud. I call in, I call in, I call in, I call in. And I'm going to give you a full minute to do this. Love, forgiveness from the feet, healing, rebirth. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What are you calling in? I call in, I call in, I call in, I claim, I claim, I claim. I receive, I receive, I receive. I am, I am, I am. I am well. I am reborn. I am prosperous. I am loved, right? I am, I am, I am. I am confident, Paulette. I am healthy, Melody. This is all for you right now. It's all you. And I want you to feel nothing but entitled to claim what you need and what you desire. You deserve, you are worthy. This is your time. Anything and everything. Remember, the universe wants you to have what you seek. It may not bring it to you right when you want it, but it does want you to have what you seek. You seek things because the universe put that desire on your heart. You're meant to have your desires, and you have to claim them. I am, I am, I am, I claim, I claim, I claim, I receive, I receive, I receive. Okay, just a few more seconds with this first walk around the fire for you. This is you. I claim, I have. I am strength of will. I am enough. I am calm. I am patient. I am prosperous. I claim my purpose. I claim my birthright. I am worthy. I am graceful. I am clear. I am gentle. I am wise. I am love. I am healing. Whew. It is done. It is done. It is done. It is done. It's done. It's done. We receive. We receive. We receive. We are grateful. We are grateful. We are grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. So it is. In Great Spirit, I ask that every intention of every person in this room, online, and who will watch later, comes to pass in absolutely perfect time. I ask that it comes to pass right in front of them where they can see it, so that it reignites their faith in magic. It reignites their faith in Source, reminds them to trust and have faith that all things come in due time. May all that they seek come to them. So it is. Okay. Second walk around the fire. Are you ready? This is for community. This could be your family, your friends, your extended network. For me, this includes all of the entire Sage Goddess community. This includes my local community where I live, which I'm very involved with, and I know a lot of you are too. For me, my community includes, I think of my community really as being this entire country, including every land that borders it. I think of my community as being very broad. And so however you define community, you're doing this fire walk for your community now. Now I want you to crystallize in your mind right now, what are your intentions for your community? Going big. We're not doing planet just yet. Planet is the third walk, so that will be all humankind, all creatures will be the final walk, the third walk. Love and peace, safety, nourishment, security, prosperity, shelter, compassion, 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 compassion. Yes. The reunion of children with their families. I'm calling that in for my community right now. That is my community. Harmony, abundance, tolerance, acceptance. I'm calling in self-acceptance from my community, because I know that a lot of people in my community struggle with not accepting or loving themselves. They've just heard for too long that they're not worthy of it, and they've started to believe that. So I'm calling in self-love and self-acceptance tonight for everyone. Action, connection, happiness, prosperity, unity, safety. I'm just echoing what's in the feed. Does anyone in the room want to speak out intentions for the community? It would be really beautiful to hear your voices too. Courage. Consciousness. Empathy.
Healing.
Yeah. I will third that. Forgiveness. Union. Hope. Compassion. Love. It's okay to say the same word again. It just strengthens the vibration. Compassion. What was that one? Empath. Empathy. Yes. Strength. Fulfillment. Trust. Beauty. Joy. Forgiveness. Peace. Opportunity. Abundance. Health. Wealth. Gratefulness. Equality. Gratitude. Ascension. Confidence. Balance. More than enough money. I'm calling that in for the community. Resilience. Balance. Allowance. Beautiful. Security. Vulnerability. What was that one? Growth. Openness. Receptivity. Belief. Faith. Generosity. Authenticity. Thank you for that. That felt good.
Integrity.
Integrity. I like it. Do you know that someone wrote integrity in the feed immediately before? Who said integrity? Did you say integrity? Yep. You and Copper were having a little moment right there. That was really cool. Beautiful. Enlightenment, forgiveness, safety, Anything else?
Intuition.
Intuition,
Trusting.
alignment,
Integration.
patience, consideration. I'm asking for all basic needs fulfilled. Acceptance. Did someone say home? I'm going to second that. I think home is a really, whatever home means to you, I'm calling that in for the community, whatever it means to you. Because that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but we all need it. So I appreciate that one. Consciousness. Safety. Family. What was that one? Security. Discernment. Did someone say discernment? Thank you for that. That's a really beautiful one to call in right now. It's different from wisdom, yeah?
Traditions.
Traditions.
Growth.
What was that one?
Growth.
Health.
Oneness.
Unity.
Light. Tolerance.
Light. Yes.
How about justice to do what's right?
How about that? From the feed, there's some really beautiful ones. I'll share those with you. Someone said royal jelly. That was from our ritual last night. We were talking about how queen bees become queen bees. You know what? I'll call in some royal jelly. It sounds naughty, but it's not. Surrender, home, pleasure. I'll take pleasure, Tina McCoy. I like you, Tina. Courage, trust in the self, strength through diversity, accountability, truth, hope, discernment, health, support, revelation, justice, courage, safety, openness, dignity, loyalty, crystals for all. Amen. I'd like to buy the world a crystal. Retribution. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I try to frame it in a different way. So maybe what you're calling in with retribution as a light stream, what would be a different way of calling in retribution? Maybe justice. Yeah, may justice unfold. Softness. Oh, I like that. I like softness. Truth. Okay, you ready to firewalk it? Okay, so I want you to anchor in some of those. It'll be hard to anchor in all of them, but pick the ones that really resonated with you. And now you're going to walk that huge bonfire, that whole ring, and this walk has nothing to do with you. This is you walking as servant to your community. And I love that concept because I think we are all here to be of service. So now I want you to take your servant walk around the fire. And you're just being a container now. You're just allowing the energies to flow through you for everyone else. I'm calling in a safe, warm, beautiful place to sleep for everyone on this planet tonight. I'm calling in beauty, nourishment, prosperity, safety. I'm calling in children being with their parents. I'm calling in families across this planet being able to find each other and hold each other tight tonight. I'm calling in just complete peace and comfort in the minds of all human beings tonight across this planet. And so now begin your walk and anchor in those energies. And now it's you're claiming, but you're claiming for the community. I claim, I call in. I allow. I channel. I hold space. And as you're doing this walk for your community, I want you to imagine that's beautiful agape, right? Which is agape is the Greek, universal love. That is love for humankind. And so as you walk this circle, I want you to, in your mind, as you keep your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the people who will receive what you're claiming. Who's going to receive that love? Who's going to receive that equality? Who's going to receive that union, that unity consciousness? Who's going to receive that comfort? Who's going to receive that softness? Who's going to receive that clarity that you're calling in for your community, your tribe tonight? This is your moment to be of service. And we walk in service tonight. I wish with all my heart that we could do this in person. I really do believe and trust and hold space for the idea that one day we will. I would love to walk this fire with you tonight as a community. Can you imagine if we were all together making this walk? I don't think we'd be able to talk. We'd be crying so much. We walk in service of our brothers and sisters tonight. We love you, we love you, we love you. We see you, we see you, we see you. We are you. We are you, we are you. Our healing is your healing. You are not alone. We are here. We are here. We are holding space. We are tending the fire. We are walking for you. We love you. We see you. We are you. We love you. We see you. We are you. We love you. We see you. We are you. It is done. It is done. It is done. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks. We receive. We receive. We receive. Amen. And so it is. Great Spirit, I ask that all of these intentions, all of these energy streams that we're calling in for our community tonight, I ask that they're received. And I ask that every single person on this planet in one way or another feel the energy that we raise tonight, to know that they are not alone, that help is on the way, hope is on the way, that there's a community of souls who are here just for them, just to stand and walk in service tonight. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so now the third and final fire walk. Thank you for that, Lola Bunny. So good. Third fire walk tonight is for our planet. This is everyone, everything. The four-legged, the winged ones, the finned ones. How will you walk in service for your planet tonight? Sea levels rising, right? How will you walk in service? So much pain and such a lack of hope and faith across so many parts of our planet. And then in so many parts of our planet, there's so much hope and so much faith and so much beauty and possibility. So if you want, in the feed and in the room, what are some of the energy streams that we can anchor for the whole collective tonight?
Heart memory.
What was that?
Heart memory.
Memory, heart memory? Yeah, thank you for that. So a memory of all that has happened, including probably, I'm assuming, all the beauty and all of the pain. Growth. Healing. Understanding. Rejuvenation.
Balance.
What was that one?
Balance.
Thank you. Balance.
Trust.
Compassion.
Peace.
Yes, peace, peace, peace. Once again, in the feed, just as you said it. I mean, everybody's on it. I love, like, we're all in the field. Do you guys see it online? Because we in the room are watching the feed, and you guys are, it's like, you're going back and forth. It's really beautiful. Respect, please. Thank you. Responsibility. I'll add accountability for that.
Yeah.
Oof. From the feed, we've got karmic healing, respect, safety, cleansing, giving, protecting the rainbow warriors, loving kindness for all beings. I love that, by the way. Calling in protection for all light workers right now. There are a lot of strong energy streams in the universe. And so I'm also calling in transmutation of all low vibrations across our planet tonight. Great Spirit, I'm asking that you transmute all low and negative vibrations across the planet tonight. Raise that vibration to meet ours. Help to calibrate the frequency across this planet. Raise the vibration to a frequency of healing, compassion, peace, instant manifestation of all that is needed to bring people comfort and joy, reunification. What else you got? Belonging. Love it. Transformation.
Unity.
What was that one?
Unity.
Freedom. Unity, freedom. Harmony. Tolerance.
Acceptance. Love.
Love, love, love. Coexistence. Stewardship. What a beautiful word, Walter. Aho. Humility, resilience, sensitivity. What was that? Did I miss something? What was that? Clearance, yeah, yes, absolutely. Clearing of all energies tonight. Tranquility, regeneration, nourishment, enchantment. If you feel the need to say a word in another language, by the way, that's fine. We've got a little bit of Spanish in the feed. I see pause. So sometimes when you speak in your own native language, it's more powerful. The resonance is more powerful. So does anyone in the room need to say a word in a different language just to bring it into the space? Please just keep going.
Integración entre el planeta y los humanos.
Gracias. Just keep going. We may not even be able to translate for you, but just
Integration between the planet and humans.
yes.
Взаимопонимание.
Единство с природой.
Écoumement. Тогда мы что?
Aho. Yes, beautiful girl. Thank you so much to keep the earth clean. I love that. Do you want to come and tell them what you said? Do you want to come up here for a second? Do you want to come with me? Come with me. I'm sure they would love to hear you. Oh my goodness. You want to come sit on my chair for a second? Okay. Look right up here and tell them what you said to me.
Make the earth clean.
Thank you, sweetheart. That was awesome. High five. Nicely done. Okay. Thank you so much. Isn't she beautiful? By the way, the feed is full of every language. And I love it so much. Thank you so much for speaking beauty into the space in your words, in your tongue. That's so beautiful. Satnam. My name is Truth. Thank you. Oneness. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Okay. Thank you. Are you ready to firewalk for the planet? This is our last round. Great Spirit, see it as we walk now. Not for ourselves and not for anyone that we know personally. This is for all that we don't know, all we don't know yet, all we've never met, but all we love nonetheless, because they are us and we are them. Every creature, every insect, every sentient being on this planet, you're walking for them now. So we walk in service. As you walk, use your language, use your words. This one I'm going to ask you to just go out loud, if you wouldn't mind, and go all over each other. It doesn't matter. Great Spirit hears all voices. So in the room, just speak. I'll speak too. And then online, just keep the feed going, okay? I call in peace. Keep going. Just talk over me. I call in integrity. I call in love. I call in forgiveness. Louder, louder, louder. I call in forgiveness. I call in authenticity. I call in physical comfort. I call in safety. I call in the ability for all creatures to rest, to be able to have enough peace to rest. I call in prosperity and abundance. I call in that there is more than enough for everyone. I call in that all basic needs of all creatures on this planet are met. I call in instantaneous healing for those who need it. I call in spontaneous wellness. I call in community and connection. I call in collaboration. I call in truth and honesty. I call in kindness and generosity. I call in selflessness and sacrifice. I call in dedication. I call in freedom, moksha. I call in enlightenment and ascension. I call in closeness to God. I call in the ability to hear the voice of the divine. We walk in service, we walk in service, we walk in service. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. We claim, we claim, we claim. We receive, we receive, we receive. They receive, they receive, they receive. I claim for them. I claim for them. Claim for them. They receive, they receive. Okay. It is done, it is done, it is done. We are one with the infinite sun. That was our refrain from last night. So when you are ready, if you have your wand, I've got 4 wands, so I'm going to quadruple this up. Are you ready? Somebody online gets one of these, and somebody in the room gets one of these in just a minute. So I would recommend that you don't log off too quick. Great Spirit, we anchor these energies. You see us gathered here in great numbers. We are stronger together. I ask that you hear our prayers tonight. I ask that you take these energies that we have raised so powerfully together this evening, anchor them into the earth, make them stable, give them roots to grow. Let those roots spread far and wide. And I ask that you, as these energies get anchored, I ask that you send them like a fountain to the 4 directions, to the 4 corners of our planet, letting that energy flow, this fountain of energy, just letting it flow in all directions. All that love, all that healing, all that compassion, all that wellness, all that understanding, all that clarity, wisdom, discernment. Tonight, Great Spirit, I ask that you plant in the minds of those who make decisions that affect the collective. I ask that you bless them with the gift of discernment. I ask that you fill their hearts with compassion. I ask that you meet them in dream time and guide them toward the higher purpose for all of us being here on this planet at this time. I ask that you speak directly to their hearts tonight, Great Spirit. We are all depending on you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for seeing us and hearing our prayers. We know that each one of us has the power to make the difference. It is done, it is done, it is done. Amen, aho, and so it is. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. My hand is shaking. My eyes are. Whew. I can barely hold these, you guys. I have to hold, and they're not heavy. My hand is shaking. There's a reason you're here. It's no accident. You are here tonight. And we can't do this without you, so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Aho. Aho. I'll tell you something, this may be one of the most beautiful rituals that I have experienced with you. I have to tell you that. Like, as I looked around the room at each of you, I could see so much beauty in you. Some of you literally looked like you were shape-shifting in front of my very eyes. Like, as you let your whole soul be filled with this desire for other people to have what they need, you became more beautiful in that moment. Gosh, can you imagine if our whole planet could just get here? Wow. Could just get here. It wouldn't be so hard. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't cost anything. It only we needed, an hour together. I believe that it's possible in our lifetimes that we will get there. That we're going to have to really work it to help it get there. I am one with the infinite sun. Aho. guardians of the Northern Gateway. We are so thankful for the wisdom that you have offered us tonight, the grounding, the anchoring that you provided so that these energies can find their way to the four corners, to the far reaches. May these energies reach people who don't believe anything can reach them. And we give thanks. We release you from your service to the circle, releasing the ancestors, releasing spirit guides, releasing ascended masters, releasing archangels and angels, releasing higher selves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guardians of the Western Gateway, thank you for the cleansing tears that we got to cry tonight together. Thank you for the beauty that we got to experience. Thank you for the flow of prosperity and healing and joy that we know is already on its way. To everyone who's here and everyone who will watch later, we give so much thanks to you, Guardians of the Western Gateway. The mothers live in the West. Your intuition lives in the West. The messengers live in the West. The grandmothers live in the West. So we give thanks to the mothers, the grandmothers. The mothers on our planet are hurting right now. The mother herself is hurting right now. A mother's pain is unacceptable. That is the one line I draw in the sand. Because mothers have sacrificed. Fathers sacrifice too. But we mothers sacrifice our bodies. We sacrifice so much in the process of trying to sustain this planet. And a mother's sacrifice, her sadness to me is unacceptable. I pray for the healing of all mothers tonight. We release you from your service to the circle, Guardians of the West. Guardians of the South, we thank you for the courage it took to stand up tonight and to call in what is needed for our planet. But we did it. We did it together. We're so grateful. We release you from your service to the circle, Guardians of the East. This is a new day. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning for us. It's a new beginning for our country. It's a new beginning for our planet. It's a new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. We treat it as such. May we treat this new beginning with the care it deserves. May we maintain the energy flow that we have created this evening. We release you from your service to the circle. And with that, my friends, our beautiful circle is closed. One of the things that you may want to do with your crystals is, of course, if you want to keep them and work with them, that's beautiful. And you can choose to just do this with one of your crystals. Make an earth offering with one of your crystals in the next 24 hours, which means burying your crystal, okay? Hold your crystal. Ideally, you want to hold your crystal in your left hand because you're going to be saying a prayer for the earth, which means projecting that energy out. Just hold your crystals, say a prayer, set an intention, and then bury that crystal. Ideally, you'll bury that crystal in the east, which basically opens a portal to let those energies flow. And you don't go dig it up later. My daughter used to go around digging up all the crystals. She's like, ooh, look at this pretty obsidian. Do you want it? No, I'm good. So anyway, don't show your children where you're burying them. If they're under the age of 5, they're going to think that's really exciting. Annette Cruz is in Sedona, so she's going to bury one there. Can you imagine us burying crystals all over the world tonight in service of our planet and its greater healing? So, and so it is. All right. I have some gifts for you, darlings. What is your name? Would you come here? Would you like a magic wand? I would like to gift that to you. You're very welcome. You like that? What is your sister's name? Can you come here? Are you Inanna? Are you really? Can you come here and say hi? This is Inanna. Never thought you'd meet her in person, did you? What color do you like? This one? That's a beautiful one. That's for you. Wow. I love to think about those little girls 50 years from now. And I'm long gone, holding their wands, maybe talking to each other about that. I love that idea. Okay. The green one is for someone in the room. The purple one is for someone online. Would you like a wand? My online
Look at
loves.
the feet, Sam.
I know. I get such a kick out of
I know,
giving things
it's
to you guys. Oh my god. Any day. I'd rather give than receive any day. That's the best part of my mother that I inherited. She's a giver, and I inherited it. Right? I never get as much joy out of receiving ever. Well, the feet I can't. Oh, slow down, guys. All right. I am going to. This is going to be quick because I have a feeling. All right. All right. Don Votts, Vagts. My guides say that this is for you. Don Votts. All she said was, "I would love one," but my guides were like, "No, she needs this." So I don't know what exactly you're going to do with this, Dawn. Can you guys let me know if Dawn sees that she won it? So Dawn, I just need you to confirm with a quick email to magic@sagegoddess.com that we have your good email address, and then I will put this in the mail for you tomorrow. Isn't that fun? I know. All right, loves. Congratulations, Dawn. Thank you to all of you for being here. I'm going to give this one away in the room right now, so I'm going to sign off with you guys. But I love you. Happy solstice. May it be blessed for you. Cheers to the second half. I'll see you soon.